Think about your last meal, the rice, the dal, the roti. You might be thinking about roti. All of us were a couple of days back. Now tell me, do you know what the man who grew that earned this month? Less than 10,000. That's less than your laptops and phones EMI. Isn't just a humanitarian concern, it's a fundamental market failure. And today we are going to understand and unravel the cause behind it. Agriculture sector employs 45% of India's workforce, nearly 600 million people. That's a huge chunk of people, right? Yet it contributes just 17% to the GDP. Economists call this a productivity employment mismatch. Simply put, too many people are choosing too little economic output, and that suppresses incomes at a systemic level. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to 1960s. The Green Revolution transformed Punjab and Haryana into India's breadbasket. Yields soared, famine was averted. But it created a dangerous monoculture of dependency. Farmers locked themselves into wheat and rice growing because the government's minimum support price, the MSP, only reliably covered these two crops. This is a classic case of policy induced market distortion. Price signals that should encourage crop diversification were completely overridden by government procurement incentives. The consequences were severe and were compounding in nature. Punjab's groundwater table is falling by 1 meter per year, an irreversible depletion of common resource. Soil health has degraded beyond recovery, input costs have exploded, and farmer margins have been squeezed from both the sides. Now, let's talk about the MSP debate, because this is where the economics and the politics collide most sharply. The government announces an MSP for 23 crops, a price floor designed to protect farmers from market crashes. In theory, this sounds like welfare economics, right? In practice, only 6% of farmers actually sell at MSP. The remaining 94% sell through informal village market at prices dictated by traders and middlemen. This is a monopoly problem where buyers have disproportionate market power over sellers. In 2021, farmers demanded MSP be made a legal entitlement, guaranteed by law, not by government will. The counter argument from economists was equally serious. A legally guaranteed MSP across all crops could cost the exchequer upwards of 10 lakh crore annually. That will inadvertently lead to crowding out of private investment and further distort crop prices. The farmer laws were repealed, but the underlying economic tension between market efficiency and farmer welfare remains completely unresolved. The human cost of these market failures is staggering in nature. And the long term consequence, occupational flight, the next generation is leaving the agriculture entirely, not out of opportunity, but out of desperation. Don't become a farmer. That is the lesson being passed down. And when the human capital exits the sector this rapidly, the structural damage takes generations to reverse. India can build bullet trains, launch moon missions, produce billionaires, but an economy that cannot adequately price the labor of those who feed it has a foundational contradiction at its core. It is about what kind of economic model India wants to build and who gets to benefit, whether it be the rich merchants and the ones who are benefiting from the lack of resources farmer has, or the farmers who desperately need the help of government. Thank you.